Good day, everyone. We are your reporter for today. I'm Rhea Joy de la Torre, and some of the members, Joel Doyo and Imran Dakutan. And we will discuss about the Chapter 3, the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers Lesson 4. So Lesson 4 talks about his or her person, profession, and business. But before we talk about the articles under the Lesson 4, I have a question. What is a professional teacher? So what is professional teacher? She or he is the licensed professional who possesses dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence. Adheres to observes and practices a set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. So this is the first article. Article number 4. A teacher and the profession. Section number 1 tells that every teacher shall actively ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling. Why do we say that teacher is the most noble one? How does the resource teacher manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling? Let me start with this. Teaching is a passion as well as skills. Even if you have a strong passion in teaching but you cannot translate and articulate your ideas into words properly, you will have a hard time teaching. A good teacher will always manifest genuine enthusiasm. I saw that with a few of my professors in college. They were bright and at the same time enthusiastic every time they teach. You will never get bored listening to them. And you can see that they embrace teaching because you can see their efforts just to make their students understand the subject. If you ask them questions, they will answer intelligently. For me, you can see if a teacher is enthusiastic and proud as a teacher if you see the following characteristics. They are approachable. You don't feel any fear but respect when you approach them. They will allot time to entertain you. They are very considerate. They don't just look at your grades but also at your overall performance and behavior. They smile a lot. They will think of various ways and examples for the students to understand the subject. They are innovative. They will speak loud and clear to ensure everyone in the room can understand. They sometimes give their personal email address in case you have questions so you can approach them even outside school. They do not abuse their authority. They do not treat their students as servants. They are humble even if you have known that they already know a lot. Section 2. Every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standard of quality education, shall make the best preparations for the career of teaching, and shall be at his best at all times and in the practice of his profession. So teacher must strive of all time personally. Your personal dealings with the students and everyone in your community and profession. And teaching really is the main concern in delivery of the qualities teaching is priority and quality. And teaching is two different things. You can't just teach whatever you want to teach them, but quality teaching is more than that. And a teacher, they have to make sure they do quality teaching. And if we say quality teaching, that is you're really good in that subject. You can answer all their question or explain everything that is not quality teaching. The quality teaching, the students really understand because it is not about teaching the information. It is about ensuring that they did understand whatever what them to understand. And a quality teacher, you should not only base on what it is in the book. You should expand the information or deliver them clearly so that you also have a quality student. Section number 3. Every teacher shall participate in the Continuing Professional Education, which is CPE, program of the Professional Regulation Commission, and shall pursue such other studies as will improve his efficiency, enhance the prestige of the profession, and strengthen his competence, virtues, and productivity in order to be nationally and internationally competitive. Meaning the CPE is same with CPD unit that the teacher they need to come up with or the license will be renewed. The Code of Ethics would already oblige teacher to participate in continuing profession education, meaning that teacher would like to equip themselves to things that they have to study, participate in different seminars so they can offer something new to students.
Section 4. Every teacher shall help if duly authorized to seek support from the school, but shall not make improper misrepresentation through personal advertisement and other questionable means.
You are allowed to represent a particular school or your school provided that you are authorized, not represent that school or anyone without being authorized to do so.
Section 5. Every teacher shall use the teaching profession in a manner that makes a dignified means for earning a decent living.
Teaching is a dignified means for earning a decent living, so you have to decent as possible. Actually, a teacher can be engaged in any kind of business or any provided business or legit, and a teacher don't use your profession in a wrong way or any kind of a business that you use your profession. Article number 11. The teacher as a person is the focus of this second part of the lesson 4. This article has a 4 section. Section 1. A teacher shall live with dignity in all places at all times. Section 1 tells that a teacher is above all a human being endowed with life for which is the highest obligation to live with dignity at all times, whether in school, in the home, or elsewhere. A good teacher shows his affection and love to his pupils and affects children in almost every way like manners, styles, and actions. This indicates how a teacher becomes a role model to his pupils. So teachers should maintain stature and behavior that upholds dignity, good moral, and professional etiquette. Section 2. A teacher shall place premium upon self-discipline as the primary principles of personal behavior in all relationship with others and in all situations. The disciplined personal teacher will bring significant changes to the effective students. Teachers who are able to apply self-discipline will not be burdened to show orderly behavior, naturally and not made up. This makes the teacher more confident to manage learning activities in the classroom. Section 3. A teacher shall maintain at all times a dignified personality which could serve as model worthy of emulation by learners, peers, and all others. Section 3 tells that the teacher should treat each other with dignity and respect, listen to each other's points of view, recognizing that there may be disagreement, keep discussion and comments on the topic and of the people. The last section of article number 11, the teacher as a person. Section number 4. A teacher shall always recognize the Almighty God as guide of his own destiny and of the destinies of men and nations. So article number 10, the teacher and the business, is the last article that we tackle in lesson 4. This part of lesson 4, which is article number 10, is focused on the teacher and his or her involvement in business. This article has a 3 sections. Section 1. A teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work as a teacher. And Section 1 tells that a teacher shall not engage in the promotion of any political, religious, or other partisan interests, and shall not directly or indirectly solicit, require, collect, or receive any money or service or other valuable material from any person. But a teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation or any kind of business or legit business, and provided that it does not relate to or adversely affect his work as a teacher. Section 2. A teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to the financial matters, such as in the settlement of his debts and loans and arranging satisfactorily his private financial affairs. So Section 2 tells that the reputation of a teacher is very important, right? That's why they say that a teacher should be a role model to a student, and teacher should arranging satisfactorily his private financial affairs. And last is the Section 3. No teacher shall act directly or indirectly as agent of or be financially interested in any commercial venture which furnish textbook and other school commodities, in the purchase and disposal of which he can exercise official influence, except only when his assignment is inherently related to such purchase and disposal, provided that such shall be in accordance with existing regulations. As I said in the previous lesson, the teacher should live with dignity at all times and at all places and be a model for all. So a teacher must maintain a good reputation with respect to financial matters, such as in the settlement of his debts and loans, in arranging satisfactorily his private financial affairs. If teachers live by the principle of self-respect and self-discipline as cited in the Code of Ethics, there will be no problem on teachers' indebtedness and teachers' unfavorable reputation of not paying their debts. If a teacher lives simply, she will not be that indebted. To live simply, the professional teacher must distinguish between his needs and wants. And that's all for today. I hope you understand and learn from the lesson. Thank you.